Hello, my friends, and welcome back.
Yeah.
Today, we're going to be taking a look at some more wild and ridiculous scenes from my 600-pound life. The video I'm going to be responding to is made by a channel called Plot Twist. A link to their original video is below. Please be sure to check it out as well as give them a subscription. They make a lot of great My 600-Pound Life content. So far, we've seen people cornstarching each other, deep frying in bed, and having donuts for breakfast. What sort of wacky shenanigans are we in for today? Stick around to find out. Before we proceed, please click the like button so that I may apply comb to mustache.
Once I finish getting ready, I just start eating, and it's like this marathon of food until I get full.
Once I'm done getting ready, I just start eating? Getting ready for what, is what I would like to know.
And it can take a lot.
Lacey, like so many of us, begins her day with breakfast.
I usually make some sausage and some potatoes to start.
Okay, maybe not that much breakfast. I mean, she just emptied that whole bag of potatoes onto
Oh my goodness, yeah, she did. Don't start your day off with a bag of frozen potatoes. That's a pro tip.
a frying pan, and she mentioned some sort of sausage too?
I'm pretty tired at this point.
I'm pretty tired at this point. Dude, I love when it shows somebody do like nothing and they're like, I'm pretty tired at this point. So it was the dumping of the frozen potatoes into the pan that just got you famished. I'm gonna try to be as nice as possible while still making jokes. I have to make jokes. I could actually make this content however I want. It could be all solemn and stuff. We could be all like, oh my goodness, let's talk about this, you know, but I can approach it however I want. All right, so it was the putting the frozen sausages into the microwave that just got you famished. Some people go and lift weights for their workout. I put 8 sausages in a circular pattern on a plate and put it into a microwave. That's my workout. My personal trainer is Betty Crocker. Do-do-do, get dunked on, son. Sorry.
But my hunger is greater than my fatigue.
My hunger is greater than my fatigue. And that's what keeps you going. Yeah, it does. That drive for food is what brought us out of the caves. Well done, madam. Tap into that primal urge. Although not too much. Maybe that's why it's easy to become morbidly obese, because you're tapping into a primal urge to eat. And you're like, oh, if I don't keep going, dude, a dinosaur is gonna come along and just take all of my food at any moment.
And I can't wait to eat.
Oh, okay, there are the sausages.
Man, those sausages ain't even good. Frozen sausages? Oh, that's the definition of meh. I'm not trying to be like, you know, snooty with my food or whatever. Like, oh, I'm too good to eat a frozen sausage. I'm not too good for anything. That's the thing about this show. None of the food is good enough to throw your life away for. Can you imagine you're all super fancy and you're addicted to high-dollar foods? You're morbidly obese off Fabergé egg omelets. That's a second Wellington. My God.
And honestly, that looks like a lot for one person. Remember, she's not cooking for a family here. This is just for her.
Well, that doesn't even seem like that crazy of a dish for somebody that size.
All I want to do is eat. So
All right, so let's see. We have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sausages, I believe. And then what do we got there? Like about 2 pounds of potatoes, perhaps. Is that ketchup on top? And then a grape soda right there. What do you think the caloric content of that is right there? I would say, I don't know, man. What is that? Like 1,000 calories, 1,500 right there.
when I finally do, that first bite is so good. I can hardly describe it.
It doesn't look so good. It looks like a crappy ass frozen sausage.
And there it all is, laid out in 2 separate plates. Look, I like me a good hearty breakfast,
Yeah, she went through the whole thing.
but I've never needed 2 plates for 1 meal.
And
That's a good point, plot twist. Yeah, when you're busting out 2 whole plates, the situation is going south.
after I finish my breakfast and there's nothing left, I finally let myself get something sweet. And that's what
What? I finally let myself get something sweet. I thought she was going to say, like, get up and go for a walk or something. I didn't think she was going to say that. I'm not lying, but I thought she was going to say something else. But nope. This whole time that she was eating that, she was actually waiting to eat something sweet. Okay.
really been waiting for.
Wait a minute. This was just for an appetizer?
Yeah, wait a minute. Exactly. What the heck? That caught me off guard too. That is weird. So they just showed her eating 2 plates, one of sausage, one of potatoes for her breakfast. And then at the end of her eating that, we learn that she was just waiting the whole time she's eating that for her real treat, which is something sweet. That's pretty bizarre to be eating something while you're waiting. You're like, no, I wasn't eating. I was waiting for my other thing. Every time you go to like a waiting room for your car for an oil change, you're just eating in there.
What's coming next?
Anything
Yes, what is coming next?
with sugar, especially chocolate, is my biggest weakness.
We've seen clips of her before.
It's like heaven wrapped into these tiny bites, and I can't get enough.
Okay, we've seen this person before. These are those nasty cupcakes that are not even good.
Lacey, this is supposed to be breakfast. Who
Yeah, who has a chocolate cupcake for breakfast?
eats cupcakes at 8 in the morning?
Who does eat cupcakes at 8 in the freaking morning, dude? That's no different than waking up and having a beer for breakfast, dude. So we've seen bits and pieces of this one before. I'm gonna skip through the parts that we've seen.
Credit where credit's due, though. From the footage, it looks like she only eats one and not all four.
Could I have a double cheeseburger, an extra large fry, mozzarella sticks, and then a large banana shake?
And now it's time for lunch. Based on her breakfast habits, you shouldn't be too surprised that it's not the healthiest choice in the world.
Once I crave it, I have to have it. So I usually pick some things up at a couple different fast food places to get everything I want.
Oh wait, we're not done yet?
Oh, she goes to several different fast food places to get what she wants. All of these people have a lot of cravings and they always have to have what they want or what they crave or whatever. It's pretty interesting. Pretty interesting to make it into adulthood, preserving that mentality.
Hi, could I have 3 spicy tacos, please?
No. Since you asked, you said, can I? No, you cannot.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess not. Spicy tacos with a banana milkshake. That sounds like an interesting combo.
Spicy tacos and a banana milkshake. Ugh. I've never had a banana milkshake. Okay, it's probably really good. But is it really good with a spicy taco? Maybe it's the best thing ever. I don't know. I need to stop being so open-minded and stick to my original outrage. No, we can't have it.
My addiction to food is leading me to get worse by the day.
What are we doing? Why? Ugh, what? Dude, why are we lacking clothing? That's a pretty cool poster on the wall, that tapestry or whatever. But why? Why are we completely lacking clothing here? I didn't need this. None of you needed this. You know what you do need? To subscribe to the channel. Click the button, please.
Have the happiness it brings me.
What? What brings you happiness? Walking nude through the house in the middle of the day with the windows open, it looks like? Do the neighbors enjoy this? I bet they do not. And hold on, let me see what she said. I gotta rewind it a little bit.
My addiction to food is leading me to get worse by the day. To have the happiness it brings me.
It's leading me to get worse by the day. To have the happiness that it brings me?
And to keep that feeling with me as long as possible.
What? That statement didn't even make any sense.
My addiction to food
My addiction to food
is leading me to get worse by the day.
is leading me to get worse by the day.
Happiness it brings me.
To have the happiness it brings me. It's leading me to get worse by the day. To have the happiness that it brings me.
And to keep that feeling with me
And to keep that feeling with me
as long as possible.
as long as possible. What? Somebody please write that in a comment below because those words didn't even go together, dude. Sorry, I'm not trying to laugh at your pain. I'm laughing at the illiteracy of the whole thing.
By her own admission, Tammy uses food as a coping mechanism and eats as much as she can throughout the day.
It starts with my first meal, breakfast, and then I'm pretty much eating all day.
Oh boy, here we go. Let's see. What are you gonna have for breakfast? I bet there's gonna be a lot of carbs in it.
After that,
She just finished taking a shower
Alright, so for breakfast, we're having a couple hits off our asthma inhaler. Just like a mama used to make. Mwah.
and her mother's making her breakfast.
Her mother's making her breakfast. You see the synchronicity there?
I want to say most of the time I'll give in. So basically, I'm still not saying no.
That
Right? And that's not really working out thus far, I would say.
might be the single largest plate I've ever seen. I mean, it looks
That plate is huge. I don't know where you got that plate, but you didn't get it with the normal plates. That's like a serving plate for a banquet.
like one of those trays servers bring to carry out
Yes, that is huge.
multiple meals at a restaurant, and it is loaded to the brim.
food
To the brim. Yes, it is. It's overflowing up over the top, bro.
is my only escape.
Here we go. Here we go. Food is my only escape. Oh, I've seen this one before too. We've seen parts of her before too. They often cover the same stories on Plot Twist.
Once I start, I don't want to stop.
But yeah, maybe don't give her this giant industrial-sized plate that you got like in a whole different section from the other plates. If you had to go to a whole different section of the store to get her plate, maybe don't, you know? Maybe buy her just a regular old plate like everybody else. Like, all right, here's all the normal plates for everybody else. And here's the giant serving tray for you. I don't think we should do that. There are going to be bits and pieces of repeats in here because I guess Plot Twist frequently recovers the same people. When I see clips that we've seen before, I'm going to just fast forward through those parts.
My body parts could give out at any moment.
We already heard that. But I don't mind laughing at it again. My body parts could give out at any moment. All of them. My femur, my Achilles tendon, my rotator cuff. All of the tendons in my leg, most of my fingers, all the vertebrae in my back could just disconnect from my body at any moment.
My heart could stop. My lungs could stop because I am drowning myself.
Is the chick on the left laughing, dude? Hold on.
Because I am drowning.
Right there, right there. She did laugh. Hold on. She wasn't saying those words while she laughed, right? Because this is a voiceover that they did later. I don't know why she's laughing. She's just looking. I think that the producers had her put all these empty containers on herself and just start eating. And that's what the girl on the left is laughing at. Watch her.
Stop because
right there,
I am
look.
drowning myself.
Whatever's happening in this room is funny right now. Probably because the producers are like, all right, so we know that you would never ever do this. But take all the empty containers and just like lay them all over the couch. Just like put all these empty containers, just lay them all over your body and just kind of, we know it's weird and you would never ever do that. And it's really stupid. But could you do that, please? And the girl on the left is just like, what the heck? This is how you guys make TV? What? And they're like, yeah.
Teresa is in a very dangerous point in her life. She could have easily gained another 100 pounds since she was last weighed.
She could have easily gained another 100 pounds since she was last weighed. This is Teresa.
She's also taken insulin and medication that she doesn't need.
Teresa arrives at Dr. Now's office.
Oh man, look at that bag of meds. Dang. You ready to party, Teresa? Let's go.
With a wide variety of health ailments in addition to her obesity.
That was a big old bag of meds, dude. You show up to your friend Teresa's house and tell her that you're experiencing a medical ailment. Oh, I would love to hang out with you, Teresa, but I can't. I gotta go see the doctor for this pancreatitis that I got. Pancreatitis? You don't have to go to the doctor. I got you.
Not going to be easy for her, but her body is at the breaking point. She has no choice but to start changing, and she has to do it now.
You know it's bad when Dr. Now says your body is at a breaking point and that—
Oh, he always says that. Stop being so dramatic, Dr. Now. I'm on death's door, he says. Calm down.
all the medication she's been taking to date might be making her weight loss even harder.
We have had her.
Well, I mean, dude, how could all those medications be interacting with each other? Once you get back home, it's going to be a lot more difficult, especially if you have any enablers in your life.
We do that stir fry. We can use the chicken breast and add it to the stir fry.
Are you guys sitting in there talking about food right now? No. He should be like, dude, what are you doing talking about food right now? We're basically in rehab. And you're talking about shooting up.
You want to do that?
Okay, stir fry isn't exactly the worst option in the world. I mean, it's certainly
No, it's not, but...
not the best when you're on a low-carb diet, but
Well, I mean, you could do a semi-low-carb stir-fry. You can adjust the ratios of the protein, the vegetables, and the noodles or rice however you want if you're making a stir-fry. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a bad option if you're trying to be low-carb. You could have a ton of chicken in there, a ton of vegetables, and a much lesser amount of rice or noodles. If I were trying to lose weight, I would choose rice over noodles.
I've seen the patients on this show choose a lot worse.
Yeah, that ain't bad. Although I haven't seen the ratios. If this thing is all noodles, then we're going down a slippery slope.
We're just working on making it healthier so I can lose the 60 pounds that the doctor wants me to lose.
Hell yeah, that's not bad, dude. That does not look that bad. The ratios are not as low carb as I would like, but for her situation and somebody that's this large, that's an amazingly healthy meal. When you're that large, it doesn't take a perfect diet to lose weight. It just takes a good, solid effort. Some people obsess about some silly stuff, like the bananas thing. When people are trying to give weight loss advice to larger people and they're telling them things like, don't have a banana, don't have this type of fruit or that type of fruit, there's too much sugar in it. To me, that's very discouraging. You're trying to make the concept of having a proper diet really ridiculous to the average person, and it's completely unnecessary. You can have a banana. I've been down to very low body fat percentages while eating bananas before. Beyond the point of just having full abs, including the lower abs, but to the point where there's a couple of veins that can be seen on the lower abs, and also clear indication of those two hip bones while eating bananas. So unless you're like 8% body fat and you want to get down to 7, you're like that tuned in, I don't think you need to worry about bananas.
More noodles than I anticipated.
More noodles and veggies? That's not a great idea.
Agreed. That's not a great idea, but that little plate of food for her, that's probably Health Town right there.
After all, that's where all the carbs are. I know this seems
True, but yeah, you eat like 3 of those plates per day, you're in a huge caloric deficit, I would say. Somebody of that size.
like nitpicking rather than highlighting a crazy meal, but keep watching and you'll see why this is on the list.
Rita is complaining.
Oh no, no, the next scene is them wheeling her into the ER. No. Plot twist is like, you better watch out for those noodles. And I'm like, I don't know, man. I think somebody of that size, it's okay. And then like the next scene is them wheeling her into the hospital. I was wrong. Damn, plot twist, those noodles were deadly. That's messed up. The timing of that is messed up. He's like, those carbs will get you, man. And then the next scene is her being wheeled into the hospital. No! Damn it. No, those noodles. Damn you, noodles. Damn you, lo mein.
Not being really sick and we're not sure what's going on.
He's like, she overdosed on lo mein. The worst case of lo mein overdose that we've ever seen. As a doctor, I am very confused.
If her body is giving out.
Her body's giving out too many noodles. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to make light of it, but it's better when I make jokes, right? Isn't it better?
We don't have much time to try to save her.
Oh
But
my
hopefully
goodness.
she hasn't run out of time.
Wait a minute. What is her name? Teresa? Like Teresa, but like you have a lisp like Mike Tyson?
But hopefully
Yes. Sorry.
she hasn't run out of time.
Something bad has happened to Taritha, and now she's getting rushed to the hospital.
What happened? Did you bring your giant bag of meds?
Drastic action might be necessary.
We ran some tests on her, and the issue is that her blood sugar is spiking because
Her blood sugar is spiking. That is an issue, dude. That wasn't from that stir fry, right? That blood sugar spike? No.
she's eating food with a lot of sugar and not sticking to her diet.
Yeah, it wasn't that lo mein, dude. I'm telling you, it was not the lo mein.
So basically, Taritha has been cheating on her diet, and the consequence of those poor choices have put her in the hospital. The cameras showed stir fry with more noodles than you'd like, but
Uh-oh. But secretly, she was eating the Tonight Dough. The Tonight Dough. Too delicious. Haven't you done enough, Jimmy Kimmel? Wait, was he the one that's on that one? Who's that other one? I don't know. I don't watch any of that crap. Who watches TV, dude? Or maybe I just started having a life. Not really. I don't have a life, actually.
based on Dr. Now's comments just then, I think it's safe to assume she's been eating a bit more than she should.
Okay, so you're playing games. Playing games in our faces, okay? As Samira would say. You're over here eating lo mein on camera, and secretly you're eating the Tonight Dough or some other equally delicious flavor. Oh, what a tangled web we weave when we sneak in a pint of Ben & Jerry's. Or something like that. That's kind of funny though. You can't hide it, right? She's like, no, I just been doing this, that, the other thing. And they're like, you got this blood sugar spike. Didn't just come out of nowhere. Like, you can't lie about it. That's funny. She must have experienced some systemic something or other, and that gave her a blood sugar spike. That'll do it to you.
When the cameras aren't around.
By the time I was 10, I was already up to over 250. But
Over 250 by the time you were 10? Dang.
I never really thought it was a big deal
Never really thought it was a big deal.
until I turned around 11 or 12 years old.
Until I turned around 11 or 12. That's when it became a big deal?
Crystal and her husband ordered Chinese for their first on-camera meal. Let's see what they ordered.
From 10 to 13, I put on another 100 pounds.
From 10 to 13, I put on another 100 pounds? Oh my God, why were your parents allowing this?
I got over 350 pounds by the time I was 13.
Oh my God.
Well, that is just a lot of food for what appears to be just the two of them.
I told Mom about the abuse. She didn't really say anything to me to comfort me or
Oh, Okay, there was some sort of abuse going on. So you likely gained all that weight to try to stop the person from abusing you. So that's messed up.
Or anything like that. I was still mad at her then because she was the one who let all of that happen.
That is a whole lot of rice right there. And
It's time for your own sake to start moving forward. Even though bad stuff happens in the past, when the time comes that we realize that we are doing this because of this event, we can now start working on not doing it anymore. Once you recognize this is why I'm doing this, you have the power to change.
I can only imagine what that sauce is.
But at least she made sure it stopped. So things got a little better
Okay, she made sure it stopped.
through high school. And over the next 4 years, I put on another 70 pounds.
Add in some egg rolls and chicken,
Oh my goodness.
I think.
What the heck? Yeah, dude, what are you eating? Did you put a bunch of gravy or sweet and sour sauce on your freaking rice? It's just slathered on there. Like, it looks like so much. You bite into that and you're like, ugh. It's so sweet and simultaneously sour. Ugh.
And you've got yourself a pretty filling lunch.
I went and worked at a cab company because it was somewhere that didn't require me to be as active.
You worked at a cab company, so you could sit down and drive. Okay. Well, let that be a lesson to the rest of you larger people. There's a job out there for everybody.
And I did that for around 4 years.
And Crystal's eating more than just the food in her plate. On a few occasions, you can see her stick her fork right into the Tupperwares and grab whatever she desires.
I can't even take care of myself now or provide for my family because I had to stop working because I got too big.
Uh-oh. So how do you afford all this? A big question I have, and everybody else has, is how do they afford all this? Like the last one, where that girl, well, actually, she was doing some sort of etish modeling, so they get paid a lot. So that's how she gained 140 pounds in 6 weeks. That was crazy. But this one, a lot of these other ones, though, you're like, how do they afford all of that food? Eating out 3 times a day, every single day, adds up.
One plate apparently wasn't enough. Well, at least the broccoli was a healthy choice.
What I'm doing to myself is starting to affect his health because Josh will eat large amounts of food for somebody his age.
Uh-oh. The kid is starting to eat a bunch, too? Uh-oh.
And I know that's because that's how I do it. What he's doing is a
What are you doing?
learned behavior and he learned it from me, his mom.
What? No.
Dinner is next, and the
That
family
is not for you alone.
up to make enough spaghetti to feed a small army. Seriously, this is a massive bowl.
Right, she's making that for everybody, right? That's not just for her. That's not just for her.
And it's only going to be the 3 of them eating.
I hate.
Okay, that is for everybody. Okay, I thought she was just about to start eating that whole bowl herself.
What I'm doing to my family, and I don't want
Oh my gosh, did you see all that garlic bread?
doing to my family.
Dude, is that a whole entire French bread?
And I don't want to be like this anymore.
Of course, you gotta have the garlic bread
That is way too much garlic bread, my dude.
too. And that is a lot of thick slices, especially since there's only 3 of them. At most I could eat is maybe 1 or 2 of those, and there are about 20 slices on that table.
Oh my goodness, way too many carbs here, dude. That's the dish that used to get me all the time. Spaghetti with garlic bread. Carbs on your carbs.
When combined with the pasta, I don't know how a family of 3 could possibly eat that much in one sitting.
And that's about all we have time for today. What was your favorite scene? I think the craziest part was when that person was losing weight and doing well, and then they had to be rushed to the hospital because of a blood sugar spike. What the heck? It's funny to try to lie to the doctor, and then you end up in the hospital and you have to see him. And he's like, what? Why are you here right now? Doctor, no, I'm sorry. Please click the like button. 1 like equals 1 mustache Komen. Anyway, that about does it. Thanks for watching, commenting, liking, and subscribing. And I'll see you in the next one.